this vlog, we take you on our 5th wedding anniversary vacation where we attempt to create as little waste as possible over here on the west coast of California in Sonoma County. Enjoy! Today is my wife and I's 5th wedding anniversary. We're headed to Sonoma Coast. We're going to be camping at Cove Campground. Grandparents are watching the kids. We have somebody house sitting and watching Liberty. It's going to be a little R&R weekend with just the wife and I, which we haven't had in quite a long time. We have a challenge for this weekend. Our goal is to create as little waste as possible. So this is going to be our zero waste anniversary. And I want to take a minute to show you some of the things that I have prepped to show you how we're going to achieve this goal. This is just about everything that we needed to pack as far as food. We are going to be eating at a restaurant tonight so that we don't have to sit at the barbecue and try to rush to make dinner tonight. But tomorrow we're going to make lunch, breakfast, dinner. I just want to show you really quick the very small amount of single-use disposables that we have. In this bag, these are all the vegetables that we're going to be needing for the skewers that we're going to make tomorrow night. This is probably going to be the only waste that we have is this actual bag. That's my goal. I'm bringing aluminum foil with us just because this is one of those things that you really want to take with you camping. It's really versatile. I'm not sure if we're going to need it for cooking, but I don't want to not have it and need it, so I'm going to bring that with us. One thing you'll notice, there's no napkins or paper towels being packed up. That's because we're going to bring towels, hand towels. This is what we're going to use to, wipe our faces, wash our hands in place of paper towels. I'm looking forward to seeing the actual waste that we produce. Hopefully it's just that one plastic bag. Boom! We're packed. Quite literally. Not an inch to spare. Hopefully these blankets don't fall over on the kids. Yep. Packed for vacation. Let's do this. We're here. It's absolutely beautiful coming up Highway 1 on the west coast of California. We stopped for dinner at Timber Cove about 15 minutes from the campsite and had an amazing dinner. So we got in here at about 11 o'clock last night when it was pitch dark. A little challenging setting up the tent at night, but no big deal because we had the Jeep. We were able to turn on the lights. Got the tent set up in about 10 minutes, got all cozied up. We're actually headed out to go to a tide pool tour. We'll take you along with that as well, but real quick I want to show you this campground. It's absolutely gorgeous. We headed to Cove for our tide pool tour and stopped at the visitor center to learn about the history of tide pools in this area. We found a great oceanography book for our daughter. Then we headed down to the water to meet our guide and start the tour.
The idea is, if you go snorkeling, and you certainly can, you'll be able to see many things. It's a protected area. You can't take anything. You can't fish. Even if abalone season was open, you can't take abalone. Again, this is some of the things that we'll be seeing there. My friend the rock louse, different kinds of limpets. You probably won't see kelp crabs because kelp. Or sea stars, different types of anemones, and these comical hermit crabs. So it's about to curl into a ball, and it has little like shell,
almost like a pill bug.
It does look like a pill bug, and it's doing that pill bug thing. You can see that's its eating its mouth parts. And what I'll do is I'll put it back in the water, and it will uncurl. Anemone.
And it turns inside out as a defense?
It's a protection. Because it's out of the water. These are also anemones here and here. This is surf grass.
Wow, this purple is just
See there.
amazing.
Everywhere.
It was eye-opening learning about the challenges this ecosystem has faced over the years and the resulting changes to the biodiversity that once thrived here. Our guide Susan was awesome and really made the tour a great experience. After the tour, we stopped at Ocean Cove Bar and Grill for lunch. This was a random decision and we weren't prepared to be zero waste, so we accumulated some trash and learned a valuable lesson that I'll discuss at the end of the video. We didn't anticipate the paper doily, straws in Monica's drink, paper in the calamari, and plastic ramekins to hold the cocktail sauce. The server tried to give us this box, but we refused that. Overall, this was a fail. After lunch, it was time to embrace our inner child, so we ventured onto the playground, which apparently is kind of dangerous. I got these ultra slick pants on here. Kids, this is your daddy. And if I die, just know that I love you very, very much. Ah! Holy fuck. Got these big ass dual swings. This is so fun. I've never been on a When we got back to camp, the wind was so fierce that it knocked down our tent. You can see Monica inside of the tent holding it up against the wind while I tried to put it back up, but it wasn't happening. So we hunkered down in the Jeep, opened up a bottle of wine, and tried to ride it out until the wind died down. After an hour or so, we realized that it was too windy to start a fire and cook the dinner we had planned. So we decided to have dinner a few miles from camp at Vu, a local kitchen. The food and service were excellent, and the only waste that we created were these 2 napkins. I thought it was pretty cool that they served paper straws instead of plastic. The next morning, we went back to Ocean Cove Bar and Grill, but this time we were prepared. We're doing our best to be zero waste,
Really?
to create as little waste as possible. So
I like it.
we're documenting our journey, of us making it awkward to bring in our own containers.
Yeah.
Is it awkward?
I don't think it's awkward.
Awesome. Zero waste breakfast. Mission accomplished. Brought in our own plates and silverware. We're doing the best we can, okay? If you ever have a chance to visit this area of California, I highly recommend it. This was a beautiful trip, and although we didn't achieve our goal of zero waste, we learned several valuable lessons that I will now share with you as we review and debrief on our experience. Alright, we're back from vacation, and this is all of the trash that we created for 3 days. You'll notice that there's only a few pieces of plastic in there. The Snickers wrapper, the plastic bag that carried the ice, those 2 little ramekins that you saw earlier in the video, and the plastic bag itself. Everything else is these aluminum cans for these sparkling waters, and some of the paper that was put into those calamari bags. A couple of napkins in there as well. So I'm pretty happy with this, considering, 2 full-grown adults. This is all the trash we made in 3 days. A normal vacation or camping trip would probably be 3, 4, 5 times this if we weren't really conscious of the waste that we were producing. So I'm happy with this. Even though we didn't achieve our goal of zero waste, there was actually a few things that we learned. So let's go ahead and talk about those right now. Lesson number 1 is awareness. When Monica and I went to the bar and grill, we weren't aware of the fact that the calamari was going to come with a piece of paper, that the cocktail sauce was going to be served in a plastic ramekin, the straws were going to be inside of her drink. We just weren't conscious. We weren't thinking. We weren't aware of the disposable items that were going to come with our food. So be aware. Lesson number 2, preparation and action. Not only do you have to be aware of the situation, you have to be prepared to take action. We didn't have our zero waste kit with us. We left it back at camp because we had planned on making peanut butter sandwiches, so we just weren't prepared. Had we been prepared with our zero waste kit, or even just aware and prepared to vocalize our needs to the server, we could have asked the server to have the calamari put on a dish and for the cocktail sauces to be served inside of a little bowl or glass ramekin. So it started with awareness, we just weren't aware, and secondly, we just weren't prepared. So these two lessons have allowed me to adapt and to make changes, and actually put together a couple of zero waste kits that are basically just grab and go that we have hung by the front door. So we're working on some zero waste kits. Each one of these serves a different purpose. This one here is going to be my everyday carry that has my wallet, my keys, my napkin, utensils, straw, a few other things inside of there. This is just my everyday kit for running around town. The red Camelback is going to be when we go do outdoor activities, when we go on hikes, if we go to the ocean for the day, any sort of day trip thing. This is going to be more of a family size that we can just throw on. It's pretty rugged. It's designed to go outdoors. This black one is another everyday kit for myself and or Monica if she wants to take it. And this one is more designed for carrying a little bit bigger load than this gray one. This is if I know that I'm going to be eating out. So let's say I'm taking the kids with me on a work day, or we're going around town and I know that I'm not going to be eating at home. I'll bring the black one with me because I can keep the glass container in there to get my food to go if we end up having leftovers. I can't fit that inside of here. And so if I've already eaten lunch, or I know we're going to be eating lunch back home, or I'm not going to need the bigger glass container, this one works great. I can sling it over my back. If I know we're going to be eating out and I might be bringing food home with me, I'll bring the bigger one. I can also fit some cups in here. Get a little more of a family style backpack, everyday carry kit. And so this is what I'm able to do. By learning from that experience, I can now adapt, make changes so that next time we go on that vacation, we continue reducing our waste, hopefully down to net zero. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to give us a like, a share, and a comment if you have any questions. Go ahead and subscribe if you like this content. And remember, think globally, act locally.